Now, Sergeant, and you have it in front of you if it helps you out, State's Exhibit 17, the first page, can you look at that and read for us what, or tell us what that portion is?
This is the portion of the handwritten note that has Austin's name at the top, time and date.
Okay. And as we scroll down, does it appear to have the bottom right-hand corner or left-hand corner of the page, depending on how you're oriented, ripped off and an ink pen?
Yes, sir.
And as we continue to scroll down to the second page, is that the back of the note?
That is the back of the note, yes.
And we'll continue to scroll down to the third page. Is this the corner that was found and was introduced as State's Exhibit 15?
Yes, sir.
And this is the note that we've seen earlier that says, James dead inside, don't look. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we scroll down a little bit further on that page. Is there writing on the other side of that corner?
There is, yes, sir.
And is this where you guys took and attempted to piece together those to make sure they came from the same place?
Yes, sir.
So moving on to the next page of that, is this the pieced together first page?
It is, yes, sir.
And we'll try to zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole thing. I don't know if we'll be able to, but maybe not. All right, we'll just go from there. Can you read for us the note and what it says? I know you have it in front of you.
I will, yes. The note reads, Austin, 4:25 p.m., 10/13/2022. The reason I did this is because I hate humans. They are destroying the planet/Earth. Killed him at 4:20, about, parentheses, 5 minutes off maybe. He kept breathing, so I stabbed him. Stopped breathing about 10-15 minutes later. I don't have a goal. I'm not suicidal. Death is like sleep. That's why I don't care if I die. I have never been bullied or anything by Dad. I don't like you, Mom. Every other member Every other family member is good. Thanks, Juan and D'Angelo, for taking me hunting. I don't want to die, but it is going to happen anyway.
And then on to the back of that note.
You were the best, Dad. I was never bullied in school either. Parentheses, cops, in parentheses. I killed James because he would get in my way. I killed James with a subsonic .22 I stole from Cabela's. I have no regrets. I'm not mental either. I was sane when I did this.
Is there any other writing on the note that, as you read it?
Excuse me?
Is there any other writing on there that you noted?
I believe I read the entire note. The other side of that torn page was James dead, inside, don't look.
Okay. When you found this information out, did you use it in your investigation any further?
Yes.
Now, when you read that, what was your understanding of his state of mind at the time that he was writing it and committing these crimes?
Objection, Your Honor, to this, him interpreting the state of mind at the time.
Systematic.
What does the defendant say his state of mind was at the time that all of this happened?
He writes he was sane when he did this.
And does he give a detailed account to some degree of what happened with his brother?
He does. He details it by time and also the manner in which it took place, which was consistent with the autopsy.
Did he also list why he says he killed his brother?
Yes.
What did he say again?
I killed James because he would get in my way.
So, did he list in that note that you went through a greater reason as to why he's doing all this?
At the very beginning, he does, yes. He says, the reason I did this is because I hate humans. They are destroying the planet / Earth.
And the things that you learned in that note, did they match up? You already said that the autopsy matched up, but did other things in that note seem consistent with the other reliable and believable evidence that you were able to locate, such as the videos and the timing and those sorts of things?
Yes, sir.
And at some point, I'll call it the second note, but the corner of the note, it says that James is dead in the bathroom, don't look in the bathroom, something to that effect. Is that right?
Yes, James dead inside, don't look.
And that portion was found outside of the bathroom where James was in fact found and dead inside. Is that
Correct.
fair?
Yes.
And with that note, he actually included the evidence of the cartridge casing, correct?
With that torn piece, he also included the spent cartridge casing, and then with the larger piece, it was directly beside the firearm used to fire that cartridge casing.
That note was found in his bedroom,
Yes, sir.
and that's his handwriting as best you can tell?
Yes, sir.
And you've seen his schoolwork and other things?
Yes, sir.
Did it appear consistent?
Yes, sir.
After going through that note, looking at all the videos, did you make other efforts to try and track down people and do further investigation to figure out what was going on with Austin, if there were any changes in him, or why this might have happened?
Yes, sir.
What kind of things did you go about doing to figure that out?
We reviewed any digital evidence that we could come across. We looked at medical records that we were able to obtain, school records, talked to neighbors, talked to teachers, tried to identify any friends or people that he may have interacted with at school, things of that nature.
Okay. And we heard from both of his parents. You spoke to both of them
Yes, sir.
on multiple occasions.
Yes, sir.
Would you classify what they provided you with as helpful?
Yes, sir.
Were they cooperative with you?
They were very cooperative.
Did they ever point out to you anything that they knew of that gave them red flags or concerns that this may be something that would happen?
They did not.
At some point, after all of that, we heard that Alan Thompson reached out through his lawyers to provide you with further evidence that he may have discovered in his son Austin's room. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Can you kind of tell us about the course of events that led you to that information?
Yes, I was contacted by his defense lawyer, Russell Babb, that Alan had turned over an item from the house that I might find interesting or relevant to this case. Subsequently, I scheduled a time to meet with him. He turned the item over, at which point in time I was handed a chapstick tube that had been hollowed out and had little tiny handwritten notes and diagrams inside it. I photographed each individual note, the chapstick tube itself, and I placed it in RPD evidence.